From the moment Alex moved into the quiet suburban neighborhood, he sensed tension lurking beneath the manicured lawns. Karen, a self-proclaimed neighborhood enforcer, had already made her presence known. That Saturday, the sun gleamed over the sparkling community pool, and Alex decided to enjoy some peace. But Karen, with her clipboard and sharp tone, demanded access to the pool for her extended family. Alex calmly shook his head, explaining the HOA rules she ignored. Her eyes narrowed, and without warning, she dialed the cops, her voice dripping with self-righteousness. Little did she know, Alex had anticipated her antics and had something prepared that would turn the tables in a way she never expected. Within minutes, the wailing sirens echoed through the neighborhood, drawing curious glances from neighbors. Karen stood there, triumphant, smirking as if victory was already hers. Alex, however, stayed calm, his eyes flicking toward a small, inconspicuous gate beside the pool. Behind it, hidden from view, was a private, fully legal area he had set up, an oasis of water, lounge chairs, and tranquility, reserved strictly for residents who respected the rules. As the police approached, Alex greeted them politely, explaining the situation with measured words. Karen fumed, realizing her plan might not unfold as easily as she had imagined. Meanwhile, Alex prepared to reveal his clever arrangement, knowing this confrontation would soon take an unexpected twist, one that Karen would never see coming. Karen waved her hands wildly, insisting the cops enforce her rights, but the officers listened patiently to Alex's calm explanation. Then, with a subtle smile, Alex stepped aside, revealing a perfectly legal private pool section, hidden behind lush hedges, away from prying eyes. It was fully equipped, sparkling under the afternoon sun, and clearly marked as reserved for authorized residents. The officers exchanged glances, impressed by his preparation, while Karen's jaw dropped in disbelief. Her confident smirk faltered, replaced by a mixture of anger and humiliation. Alex, still composed, explained that the rules were there for a reason, and that everyone deserved fairness. Karen tried to argue, but her voice wavered. At that moment, neighbors began to gather, witnessing the drama unfold. And Alex knew this was just the beginning of teaching Karen a lesson in humility she wouldn't forget. Karen's face burned with embarrassment as whispers from neighbors filled the air. Alex stayed composed, leaning casually against the fence, watching her struggle to maintain authority. Just as Karen opened her mouth to protest again, a small group of children ran past, laughing, enjoying the pool Alex had prepared. Their innocent joy contrasted sharply with Karen's frustration. Then Alex unveiled another surprise, a guest list clearly posted for the private section with names of residents who followed the rules. Karen froze. She realized her actions weren't just ignored, they were exposed in front of the entire community. The police, still polite but firm, reminded her that Alex was within his rights. Karen's plan had completely backfired. Meanwhile, Alex's calm confidence seemed unshakable, hinting at even more surprises waiting for the HOA troublemaker. Karen's frustration turned into desperation. She stomped toward Alex, attempting to regain control, but the crowd of neighbors had grown larger, all quietly observing. Alex, sensing the perfect moment, calmly reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of documents, proof of every permit, reservation, and rule he had followed to the letter. The officers glanced at them, nodding approvingly, and Karen's arguments began to crumble under the weight of undeniable facts. Even the neighbors whispered among themselves, impressed by Alex's meticulous planning. Karen's face turned, redder with every passing second, realizing she had underestimated him completely. Alex didn't gloat. He simply let the evidence speak for itself. The lesson was clear. Arrogance and manipulation wouldn't succeed when preparation and patience were on your side. Yet the final twist was still waiting, ready to leave Karen stunned in ways she couldn't have imagined. Karen's eyes darted nervously as Alex calmly gestured toward the pool gates. "Everything here is above board," he said, voice steady. "Rules exist for a reason, and respect earns access." The neighbors, now fully attentive, murmured their agreement, casting sympathetic glances at Karen. She opened her mouth to argue, but before she could, Alex pressed a button on a discreet control panel. Water jets shot into the air. Colorful. Lights shimmered across the pool, and a gentle mist created a sparkling rainbow in the sunlight. Gasps of awe filled the air. Karen stumbled back, momentarily speechless, as Alex smiled politely. His private setup wasn't just legal, it was beautiful, inviting, and untouchable. The message was clear. Arrogance wouldn't intimidate him. Karen's usual confidence crumbled completely, leaving her stunned as the neighbors admired Alex's clever, elegant handling of the situation. Karen finally slumped onto a nearby bench, defeated, while the neighbors applauded Alex's poise and preparation. He didn't gloat. Instead, he walked to the center of his private pool area and gestured warmly. "This space was created for everyone who respects the rules," he said. "No one should manipulate or intimidate to get what they want." Karen's attempts to reclaim authority had failed, and for the first time she realized that power wasn't in loud complaints or calling the cops. It was in fairness, patience, and preparation. The community buzzed with admiration for Alex, many quietly promising to follow his example. Karen, humbled and quiet, retreated, leaving Alex to enjoy the peaceful afternoon he had earned. The HOA lesson was clear. True respect can't be forced, and clever, thoughtful planning always wins in the end. Alex smiled, knowing the neighborhood had learned an unforgettable lesson about fairness and about underestimating the wrong person.